It's a sad, sad day for Australians and Americans and pretty much anyone who loves Nicole Kidman.
Hello? You're currently on the phone with Kacey K. Yep, that's me.
Good morning, everybody. It is Kacey. You're on the phone with Kacey K currently. It is 6:08 a.m. on October 2nd. It's already October. That's so weird. My birthday is now less than a month away. Halloween is on the horizon. I have started my strict diet of healthy food. It's a lot of healthy food, but no more junk food, which sucks because, as we all know, Taylor Swift's new album, Life of a Showgirl, comes out tomorrow. And I just got notified that Krispy Kreme, I actually didn't verify this, so maybe I should check before I say, but regardless, I'm just going to say it anyways. They have Life of a Showgirl branded donuts. They're just glazed donuts with like the orange and is it teal frosting around it. So it's like they're not calling it Life of a Showgirl, but they're kind of honoring it. Um, yeah, none of that. Luckily, none of the crumble. Well, that's not true. Some of the crumble stuff has looked pretty good lately, but that's like one cookie is pretty much your whole entire day's calories. That is insane for one cookie. So I'm glad they finally started doing the smaller cookies because sometimes a big cookie there is just way too much. I don't know what they put like 75 sticks of butter and I'm sure a gallon of sugar per cookie. This is per cookie, according to my calculations. Tomorrow's October 3rd, National Mean Girls Day, National Life of a Showgirl Day. And if you're unaware, Victoria Justice is releasing a song tomorrow called Love Zombie. People are wondering why she chose today to release it. There's a fly in here. Hang on. How did you get in here? Everyone's wondering why she chose to release the song today, but I think, or tomorrow, but I think she just genuinely thinks, well, I don't know if a lot of people are gonna listen to it anyway, so I might as well just release it on Taylor's Day. Plus, it's just one song, so it's like people can listen to one song. I honestly didn't know she was releasing music still, but apparently she's done this before. She's released music on the same day as Taylor before, which is funny because last week there was like probably 40 artists that released music because they didn't want to release it this week because of Taylor Swift. It would be hard to not have a big ego if you were her. Like she is genuinely humble and it just is so interesting to me because she's like on top of the world. And if I were her, I'd be like it would make sense if she was acting like Mariah Carey. Like Mariah Carey, in my opinion, doesn't need to act like Mariah Carey. Granted, she was way bigger and famous before I was probably even born, or right as I was being born. So there's that, but so I guess I really don't know the level of fame that she was at. I mean, I guess Madonna kind of acts the way Taylor should act. Well, I guess she shouldn't act that way. I shouldn't say that, but you know what I mean. It's just interesting, like she's so down to earth still, and yet she's like the biggest artist on the planet, potentially of, well, for sure of our time, potentially of all time, one of the all time greats. I got my notification yesterday that my vinyls have been shipped. They're en route, so they never actually show up until you've already listened to the album anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, I'm having a listening party tonight. It's not like a grand thing, but I'm staying up until 10 p.m. and listening to this album. Speaking of vinyls, I got my Doja Cat vinyl in the mail, and I wanted to wait to open it in front of you guys. So here we go. Unboxing and unveiling of my new album. Yes, it is exactly what I wanted, except minus the Tesla. We all know how I felt about the Tesla. I honestly don't know how to say this album name. Is it V? Is it Vi? Whatever. Here we go. Here it is. I'm so excited. Should I open it? I didn't know she was signed to RCA Records. Interesting. I had no idea. That's who Miley Cyrus used to be signed to. I think Dolly Parton might be signed to them as well. I could be wrong. Dolly Parton is having some health issues right now also, which is very, very sad. She had to postpone all of her Vegas shows until like almost a year away, which is really sad. I really hope she gets feeling better. Someone on Twitter is like, or yeah, was it Twitter or TikTok? They're like, the universe better not be playing with Dolly Parton. We will not let that happen. We got too much going on right now anyway. Here is the center. Would it be called the centerfold or is that just for Playboy? the center in a. Is that a Ferrari? That looks like a Ferrari on the back. I guess she was selling vinyls. The one where she's laying in the bed of roses, and it was like not real rose petals, but you know what I mean. It was like felt type stuff. Okay, so it was $300. Who's gonna spend that? I'm so sorry. Okay. Oh, there's a poster. Okay. Okay. Here we go. The Eiffel Tower. This album's, I like it a lot. It's very fun. It's very, still has the Doja-esque thing to it. All right, there we go. I'll add it to my collection. I love it. I love it. I actually want that jacket. It's very nice. All right, sorry, Billy. We're covering you up. Wait, why isn't it staying? There we go. Ta-da! Okay, we have tons and tons to talk about today. I'm headed to LA in a few days, and I actually won't be here when I'm leaving. So I have to pack like 3 days in advance. And for someone who hates packing, I had to pack so much. And I guess that's just the life of a showgirl. I guess it's just the life of me right now. I shouldn't complain. It's fun. I'm glad I get to go. I'm going with my friends Mallory and Jackson. We're going down to see Dua Lipa on Tuesday. Yeah, it's on Tuesday. And so we're going down or we're going down Sunday morning. We're kind of hang out. I think we're going to Knott's Berry Farm on Monday, which I am so excited for. If you have not been to Knott's Berry Farm, I suggest if you're going down there for like Disney or even just the beach or something, like it's not very far from Disney. And you should just take a day and go to Knott's Berry Farm. It's so much cheaper, so much cheaper than Disneyland. And it's got like real actual roller coasters and they're fun. They're very, very fun. It's not as big as Six Flags, so don't like get your hopes up that way, but it is still so much fun. And sometimes it's not even that busy. It really, I like, there have been times where we've had almost the whole park to ourselves and so we're going to do that on Monday. Tuesday, I think we're going to go to Erewhon and go to the beach and then go to Dua and go home. I purposely booked an Airbnb close to the Forum, which is where she's playing. It's the first time I'm going to be able to go see someone at the Kia Forum, which is exciting. That's like everyone goes to the Kia Forum. Well, I mean, if you're a big enough artist, but in LA, it's just like an iconic building. I've heard from some of my friends who've been there, like, it's old and it sucks. I'm like, well, I believe you, but I'm going to find out for myself. Speaking of Erewhon, there's been rumors circulating that they're bringing one to Salt Lake, and I don't think that's true because every time I look it up, it doesn't show anything. And on their Instagram, they posted a bunch of pictures of like maps and like the city names, and Salt Lake was one of them. There's like I don't know, 12 other ones. And the caption says shipping to a city near you soon. So I don't think that means they're building actual stores, unfortunately. And people from LA were like, good. That's like the LA charm. It's like LA's thing. People know it's LA. And I'm like, well, it wasn't even started in LA, first of all. And someone in the caption said that. Like, it was started in Boston. And they're like, yeah, but no one associates it with Boston. I'm like, okay, whatever. You can have your overpriced grocery store. But in the comments, people are like, we don't want this. We don't want an Air One. We want affordable housing. We want to be able to live. It's like very valid. That is very true. Okay, I just got back from Florida. You can finally stop hearing me say I'm going to Florida. You can finally stop hearing me. Does that make sense? Anyway, I flew Spirit. I'm gonna be honest, it was actually quite enjoyable. Not enjoyable, but it wasn't bad. I had the whole row to myself both ways, which was fantastic. So I think that helps a lot. No TVs. No, she did do the flight attendant did her credit card spiel, and it does a lot better perks than most of these big major airlines. It seemed very enticing, but I'm like, I don't want a Spirit credit card. I'm sorry, I just don't. Um, but she's like, yeah, a lot of people fly for free all the time. Like, it's not just every now and then when you can use 150,000 points to fly from Utah to LA, which takes you, I don't know, 7 years to accumulate. Yeah, because it's like you get points on every purchase no matter what, not just specifically airlines. I mean, I guess it's the same with Delta, but it takes a long time to build up Delta points, and they don't go very far. Yeah, so I'm sitting by the window, and there's a family in front of me, and they have a little girl. She's probably, I don't know, 3. What age do kids get potty trained? Is that right about the right age? And I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden, you just see what looks like water dripping from the seat over next to me, but in front of me. And the little girl peed all over her seat and into the floor. And I'm like, do I say something? Do I say anything? And I'm like, no, I'm not going to because first of all, they have a newborn baby as well with them, and I'm sure they're already stressed enough to have to fly with these kids. These kids actually flew very well compared to the kids on the way home behind me. And I was like, they'll probably like stop the plane. They'll probably make us get off and have to clean it. I'm like, I'm just gonna live with it. I'm just gonna deal with it. So I pretend like I didn't see it. And I just went, it's not like it got on me or anything, but I'm like, you know what? This is the price I pay. Other than that, it was great. It was very, very nice. Everything's overpriced, obviously. You have to pay for Wi Fi, which is $15 per device. Didn't do that. The seats don't recline, if you're wondering. And I guess it doesn't matter for my people in Utah because they're pulling out of Utah this week, I think, or next week. So anyway, there's that. So then I get to Florida, spend the night, we come back the next day and go to Universal Studios. We go to Epic Universe, which is expensive. It was $200 for one day. That's a lot of money for one day. Because we were thinking about going to Disneyland when we go to California, and for a park hopper one day is like $220. So it was pretty close just for one park, but I didn't care because I was going to this park. I told them, I was like, I'm going no matter what. It's like a husband and wife that I went with. They're married, obviously. And the wife is pregnant. And I'm like, look, you guys don't have to go. I will go by myself. Like, I don't want to make her feel like she has to come with us or hang out or just be alone all day at the house. And they're like, no, she can come. Like, she likes amusement parks and she likes to see the new, like, the layouts and all this stuff. So she did. She went with us and we were there all day. They're like, how long do you want to be there? I was like, open to close. And they're like, okay. So we got there a little bit after opening, and it is so cool, you guys. If you're going to Florida, make sure you stop at Universal Studios, especially Epic Universe. Sometimes I felt like Islands of Adventure, their other park, might be a little bit funner, more fun, but this one turned out to be better than I thought. There was some rides I'm like, that looks boring, that looks dumb, I don't want to do that one. And then we ended up doing them at the end of the day because we had time, and they actually were a lot more fun than I thought. The Frankenstein ride was probably one of the coolest rides I've been on. It you go into so they have different worlds. You like go in the middle, and then all around it they have different worlds. They have Nintendo World, which was incredible. You feel like you're in Nintendo World. The Donkey Kong ride was super fun. It's a roller coaster, and it's like you're in a mine cart. It was pretty short though. I'm gonna be honest, it was pretty short. And then they have the Mario Kart ride. Did I say that? Yeah, the Mario Kart, which was also fun. Like the line queues are amazing. Like they wasted no money on this. They put all of their budget and more into this park because every detail was just so vivid and so cool and so well thought out. It was almost a lot of fun just to be in the lines. The Mario Kart ride was fun. You put on this like visor thing, and then in the cart you pull up this like screen thing and put it on the visor. So it's like a what am I trying to say? Like a plexi shield looking thing. And then as you're in the cart, you see the video game stuff come up in front of you. And then it kind of becomes like Midway Mania at Disneyland where you shoot like at different objects and stuff and Bowser or whatever. And so it's like you're playing Mario Kart, but it's very, very slow. Like it goes so, so slow. It's not an exhilarating ride whatsoever. So that kind of was a letdown in my opinion. But other than that, the park was amazing. So the next one was the Dark World, I think is what they call it. And you walk in, and it's kind of like a old Transylvania looking place, and it has Frankenstein's castle. It has some old pubs. It has a werewolf ride, and then in the back it has this giant windmill, and it's like all tattered and torn up or whatever. And every now and then it starts on fire. I'm like, wow, this is pretty cool. So then you go into Frankenstein's castle, and it's like this scientist who it's like the daughter of whoever created Frankenstein or something, not the daughter or granddaughter, great granddaughter or something like that. And they're like, you get to see Dracula under my control, and then he escapes, obviously, and all the monsters get unleashed, and you're like sitting in this car thing, and it just like goes around this track, and I just don't even know how to explain it. Like the detail, the animatronics look super realistic. I don't know, they had fire. It was one of the best. The first one we did. So then you go next, and it's like the big hotel in the middle of the thing. We saw a naked man. There was a naked man standing in the window. Like, I wonder if they thought about this. Because there's going to be children in this park, and a hotel room with giant windows next to it. Yeah, he was just standing there, just completely naked. We're like, okay, go off, King. And then it was Harry Potter World, which is it's like Paris, and I guess it's set off of Fantastic Beasts, which I don't know if I ever saw. I think I saw the second one, but I guess it's based in Paris. Then you go into these tunnels and you go into the Ministry of Magic, and that is the line for the new Harry Potter ride. And it's so cool. You walk through these tunnels, and as you walk through, steam comes up, and it's like you're walking through the fireplace with the blue powder. Is that the one where they say Diagon Alley? Is that the one? Anyway, the line for that one, I can't even explain to you. Just it's like almost breathtaking. It's just like you can't even believe that they are able to do stuff like this and come up with stuff like this. And like, whose job is it to design all this, and how much do they get paid? That's what I want to know. Basically, it is kind of like the Harry Potter castle ride, but you're in the Ministry of Magic. It's like you're in a elevator car, and not Tower of Terror, but it just kind of goes all over the place. And Umbridge is set for trial, but she escapes, and you have to try and find her and catch her and take her back to the court. Again, that was super cool. It was very, very fun. We didn't spend a whole lot of time in that place, that world. It just felt like you're in Paris, which I mean is cool. There's no Eiffel Tower or anything, but and then the next world is the How to Train Your Dragon area, and they have it's like all obviously dragon themed rides. They had a really fun roller coaster there. They had a really fun roller coaster there though. They had pretty much all their roller coasters are ones that speed up really fast and take off, which are my favorite. I love those ones. I hate the ones where you like it's like the standard roller coaster. You go up really high and then you drop and then it just becomes slower and slower throughout the ride. No, these ones don't do that. These ones like shoot you off. You go around a little bit, they shoot you off some more, and then again, and it's just like nonstop adrenaline. That's how the Velocicoaster is. If you haven't done that at Islands of Adventure, you need to. That is the best roller coaster I've ever been on. Hands down the best. And then sadly, there was another roller coaster there, and it was like a dual track. So you race the other car, it looked like one of the funnest roller coasters I've ever seen in my life, and it was closed down. And I was like, why would they close that down? First of all, I think if they close down rides at parks, they should give you a discount on the ticket. Like, that's not fair. It's not fair to charge us $200 and your biggest ride is shut down. And I was like, that is so weird. Why? It's brand new. Why is it shut down? And I remembered it's that guy a week before died on it. So that is why. And I'm like, that really is unfortunate. But I looked into it and he was in a wheelchair, which I'm not saying you can't ride a roller coaster if you're in a wheelchair, but he had major, major spine issues since like he was born. And on all these rides, they say very clearly, do not ride these rides if you have these issues. So now the family's trying to sue, obviously. I don't think they'll win. I mean, it was stated very clearly multiple times to not ride these rides if you're pregnant, if you have neck injuries, if you have back injuries, if you have this. Like, they cover their bases for sure. And I saw an article about it on TikTok, and I was like, I wonder what people are saying in the comments. They're either for this guy or they're not. And they were like, I'm sorry. The majority was like, I'm sorry. This was very, very sad, obviously, but why did he ride that roller coaster? Like, that makes no sense why he would do that. And it's true. I kind of agree. But so now I have to go back, which I guess I shouldn't be complaining about that, but it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money to get down there, and it's a lot of money to go to that park. But I will be going back and I will be going to Universal Studios. I don't get me wrong, I love Disneyland. Universal Studios in Florida is kind of unbeat. It's kind of just unmatched. I don't even know how to explain it to you. It's just if you have been, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't been, it like I don't know, it's good. The food there was really good. We went to this Chinese restaurant they had on the park and it was delicious. Some of the best Chinese food I've ever had. What else did we do there? I don't know. We kind of just walked around. Oh, we got butterbeer. We got the iced, like the cold one. Delicious. Absolutely good, delicious. I don't know about this park because I couldn't see it, but in the other parks, they have a warm drink, warm butterbeer, cold butterbeer, and then a regular standard one. And I got the cold one. Yeah, if you're down there or want to go down there and thinking about like, should I do it? Do it. It's so fun. It is so, so fun. Not gonna lie. Okay, I saw a couple movies while we were there. We went to Cheesecake Factory one night in Florida, and they're like, "What movie should we watch on the way back?" I'm like, well, "Let's watch like a funny, funny movie." So they asked ChatGPT what the funniest movie was, and it said Airplane. I've always seen this like pop up and people talk about it, and I'm like, "Is it really the funniest movie?" Because it was made in like the '80s. I'm sure it's just a classic, and that's why people say it. But so we watched it while we ate our cheesecake. I got the lemon meringue cheesecake, and it's like if you love stupid humor, this is the movie for you. It was like the dumbest humor ever, and It was funny. It was very, very funny, but it was kind of like very stupid at the same time and very dated. But it's got the mom from Just Friends in it. She's the main character. And I'm like, I love her. She looks so young. She looks so young in this movie. So we watched that. Then I got home and I went with my friends to the movie. I put bones in all my notes, but it's called Bone Lake. I just want to read the synopsis to you. Basically, if you're said it came out in 2024. Oh, this is it. Okay. So basically, it is a very sexual movie. So if you're into that, this movie will be for you. Let me read this to you. A couple's vacation at a secluded estate is upended when they're forced to share the mansion with a mysterious couple. A dream getaway spirals into a nightmarish maze of sex, lies, and manipulation, triggering a battle for survival. It has no one that I know about, but they're all like famous person adjacent, like doppelgangers. Like the one girl looks like a Florence Pugh look-alike. The one guy looks like what's his name from 13 Reasons Why. What is his name? Dylan something. The girl looks who did she the other girl looks like someone, I can't remember who, and the guy looks like they got a 6.2 rating. Interesting. The guy looks like a young Zac Efron slash Dave Franco mix. I don't know. It wasn't terrible. It wasn't the best movie ever. There was kind of a lot of. It seemed like they sped it up at the end pretty quickly and just were trying to get it over with. Yeah, if you want to see it, it comes out tomorrow officially. They do these like special sneak peeks at AMC, and this was one of them. Like you don't know the movie until you get there, but it's only $5. A lot of people walked out. Some people brought their kids, and we're like looking at each other. We're like, there are children in this theater, and they probably shouldn't be. So yeah, if you want to see that, I wouldn't say it's scary. It's just more of a thriller. It is rated R, obviously, but there is that. So there's another movie coming out. There's a lot of stuff just being announced. It's called The Bride, and it's based on the Bride of Frankenstein. And it's got I don't know who. So one of the main characters is Christian Bale, and then Jake Gyllenhaal. Julianne Hough is in it. Really? Interesting. Julianne Hough, Penelope Cruz. That'll be good. Annette Bening. Who else? They didn't show all these people on the commercials. And then the main girl is Jessie Buckley, but I don't know what she's from. She kind of looks familiar, but I'm like, I don't know what you're from. I don't know the movies she's in look like anything I've known. It comes out on March 6th, 2026, which is interesting that they're like it seems like it would be like a Halloween thing. There's also a Frankenstein also comes out in November after Halloween. I'm like, wouldn't that be more beneficial for you to release during Halloween time? I don't know. It says in 1930s Chicago, Frankenstein asked Dr. Euphornius to help create a companion. They give life to a murdered woman as the bride, sparking romance, police interest, and radical social change. Maggie Gyllenhaal wrote it? Really? And directed it? Huh. Okay. This could be good. I feel like she knows what she's doing when it comes to making movies. Oh, okay. All right. March 6th, 2026. Get ready for that one. Rihanna had her baby and she named it, let's see. It's a little girl and they named her Rocky Irish Mayers. Is that what is ASAP's real name? Rakeem Myers. Okay. I didn't know that. Yes, and we're all hoping this is her last baby, hopefully. The name Rocky is a nod to her father's name, ASAP Rocky, the daughter's father's name, ASAP Rocky Rakeem Myers, while the other R named children are Riza and Riot. Okay, let's hope that she's done so she can get back to the studio and get to work. I don't know. I don't even know if she wants to do music anymore, which is fine. I guess that's fine. Speaking of that, Bad Bunny is the person they announced for the Super Bowl halftime show, and I really didn't see that coming. I think it'll be good. I like him. I don't like know much of his music, but I know he's very, very popular and one of the most streamed artists all the time. But he's not coming to Utah or to Utah. He's not coming to the United States because he's afraid that ICE raids will happen at his concerts and he doesn't even want that to happen. So I think this is kind of his way to be able to perform in the United States, but not have to at the same time, you know what I mean? So that should be interesting. I think it's like 50-50. People are happy, people are mad. It's unfortunate, but that's just kind of how it goes. So yeah, there's that. As we all know, Ticketmaster is being sued, which is the right decision by the U.S. government. One of the only right decisions they've made lately. And the CEO, I think it was the CEO, was on a panel or being interviewed or something, and he was saying, "I think the tickets that we sell on our on our platform are underpriced. Like we make sure they're really good priced, and we honestly could charge more for them. Everyone's like, "Are you actually insane?" The tickets before they're being resold are way too overpriced. Just so you know, like you're not in the right. You might be in the wrong field to be working in if you are saying that. I think he's just trying to say that to like smooth over things, but it's just gonna make people angry because it's not true. Like it's so untrue. I guess in England, I think it is, they're not allowed to sell tickets for more than what you paid for them. Like you have to sell them for what you paid for them. I'm like, that should be how it is, because then scalpers are like, well, what's the point? And then actual real fans will get tickets. So stupid. Dorit from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills has a new book coming out. It is a memoir titled Unburdened. Dorit Kemsley, April 7th, 2026. The synopsis. The memoir will provide an intimate and personal story of the transformation, resilience, and self love, exploring the full story of the woman behind the reality TV cameras. Should be interesting because her and PK are her husband that reminds you of the rat on Flushed Away are getting divorced, and it's about damn time. Okay, so get ready for that. Wonder when, I guess they just kind of finished Beverly Hills season, didn't they? Or is it still going? I wonder if it's still going. I don't hear much about that one, so I don't know if this new season's doing well. You know what season's doing well though? Is Salt Lake. There are 3 episodes out so far. They're all very entertaining. All very, very entertaining, and they're all kind of centered around Lisa, even though she wasn't in the first episode. She's in the second and third, obviously, and people have been talking about her very, 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 very public, Lisa, lawsuits that are literally in newspapers and articles and stuff. So it's not like they're trying to like just bring this out of nowhere. They're just like curious what's going on, and she is getting so defensive. Apparently, she has like 7 ongoing lawsuits or something. And she's just so not humble that it makes you not feel bad for her. She's like, of course, a successful person is going to be sued. That's just how it is. She's like, she's at dinner with Heather and she's like, I do big things. You guys all know this. I have a whole different life than you guys. I do very, very big things in my life. She's like, I was at a movie premiere with Ben Affleck, Blake Lively, Anna Kendrick. Like, I'm just do big things with big name people. And she's just like, you don't feel bad for her because she doesn't know how to shut her mouth when it comes to all of her money that she has. And someone's like, the more people talk about how much money they have, the less that I think they actually do have. Because they say wealth whispers or something. And well, Lisa's not whispering. She's shouting and yelling and screaming that she has so much money. So then she invites the girls to this restaurant. And it looks like the Hyatt, is it Hyatt Regency? The Hyatt in Deer, what is that? Deer Valley? It's the one that faces Jordanelle up in Park City. It's this brand new giant resort, which I've been to. I haven't stayed there, but we went and had dinner there once, and the food is really, really good. But then when they walked in, it seemed like that was the place they were at. She had a whole boardroom full of posters of like pictures of herself, and it said like all these lawsuits dismissed, denied, or whatever. And basically, they're like they're asking her like, well, what about this? She's like, well, I denied it. And they're like, well, just because you denied it doesn't mean they're happening. She gets in it with Angie. Angie held her composure. She kind of got mad. She stood up and started yelling. It was about her eyebrow lady. She kind of cools down, sits down. Then Elisa gets Whitney riled up, and Whitney just goes off. And she's like, I think Whitney was taking all the frustration all the other ladies had and yelling in there for them because she's like, she just pisses me off. She just sets me off. And she ends up leaving. And Whitney's like, or Mary's like, Whitney, come sit down. Come sit down. I was like, that's interesting because back in the day, Mary would say, you need to leave, little girl. I guess Meredith's the one that says you need to leave, but you know what I mean. And Meredith starts to chime in, and they're like, oh, now you're going to say something. Now you're going to chime in. And she's like, what does that mean? She's like, they're like, you were awfully quiet when we were camping and when all this stuff was being brought up. And she actually stopped talking. I was actually surprised that she didn't get more mad. And then Whitney gets up and goes and screams in Lisa's ear. Something's going on with Lisa. Allegedly, she owes a man $400,000 unpaid loans for a business they were in together. And then I guess she opened an account under American Express under some other man's name to fund her lifestyle. And apparently, the word on the street is John doesn't know about this. So I think that's why she's getting so upset. So I don't know. Just the more upset she gets, the more I think, like, wow, is this actually accurate? Is this true? Because why would you, if all this stuff was false, why would you just say, no, like this and this and this happened. It's not a big deal, whatever. But she's like getting angry because you know she does big things, but whatever. All right, we've got another Hollywood pop. No, I don't know. I guess she's a pop star, kind of. Another Hollywood diva who has a skincare line. Leighton Meester from Gossip Girl has a new skincare line. Is this hers or is she just the face of it? It says Bubble by Leighton Meester. Bubble X Leighton Meester. I don't know what that means. But she's like in all of it. Okay, so it's not hers. We're teaming up with Leighton Meester to deliver clinically proven joy right to your face because skincare doesn't have to be serious to seriously work. They have, let's see, Cosmic Silk. Wow, hydrating milk toner, $16. Slam Dunk hydrating moisturizer. Talkback watermelon hydrating lip serum. Daydream tone and texture serum. This is all less than $17. I've never heard of this skincare brand in my life. Let's see, should we do... They have merch. I think it's so interesting when companies have merch. Like the only one I really care about is like In-N-Out. I've always wanted an In-N-Out shirt and their socks. But like when just random companies have merch, I'm like, are you really gonna buy that? I don't know, like Crumble has merch. I'm like, are you really gonna wear that out and about? Like, who's going out of their way to buy Crumble merch? I don't know. Oh, they have nail polish too. Face and nail polish set. Wow, this company is very colorful. They have a lot of good reviews, you guys. Look, this one has 1,265 reviews. Masknificent 3. 3 face changing masks. $49. That's actually a really good deal. You can obviously do a subscription because everyone does that nowadays. Yeah, what does it come in? What's included? A Come Clean face, detoxifying clay mask, a Come Clean face. That sounds interesting. Detoxifying clay mask, a creamy, resilient purple clay mask that gently pulls out impurities and clears congestion for a weekly deep clean. There's a deep dive, a treat day mask that reveals softer, smoother, and more even-looking skin, and then an overnight mask. The creamy all-night mask soothes skins and hydrates skin while you sleep, all without clogging pores. This is actually a really good deal. They have sunscreens which are $19. Like there's all these have really good stars. I mean, I guess they probably can take out the bad ones. Okay, if you're interested, it's called Bubble Skincare. I thought it was hers, but it's not. They're just teaming up with her. The Kill Bill movies are coming back to theaters soon. Apparently, it's going to have like extended edition. It says, yes, Quentin Tarantino's Kill Bill movies are coming to theaters as one complete film titled Kill Bill: The Whole Body Affair. On December 5th, this 4-hour and 7-minute version merges the original two volumes, removes the cliffhanger and recap, and includes a new, previously unseen 7.5-minute animated sequence. Lionsgate is distributing the film for release in in select major theaters worldwide. Okay, I've never seen Kill Bill, but I know people love it. What is even the premise of Kill Bill? Is she a spy? Kill Bill. Uma Thurman. After waking from a 4-year coma, a former assassin wreaks vengeance on the team of assassins who betrayed her. Okay. Is one of them named Bill? That was stupid. Okay, what's next? Oh yeah, Selena Gomez got married. She got married on Saturday, was it? I'm surprised it was so under wraps because I heard on Friday it says Selena Gomez reported to get married this weekend, and the next day it says Selena Gomez is married. I'm like, what? Apparently Taylor Swift was there. She gave an emotional speech, I guess, and she wore, not Taylor, but Selena wore two Ralph Lauren gowns, and they were absolutely beautiful. They were so, so pretty. One of them, did I say Ralph Lauren? One of them I know for sure was Ralph Lauren, and the other one I don't know what was, but she looks so pretty. And the way she's smiling in these photos, they're like, Selena's never looked happier. And Benny, despite what we all might think of him, apparently he's very nice to her and treats her well. And in his caption, it was him and her on the couch in their wedding clothes. And he said, you guys, I married a real life Disney princess. I'm like, that is really sweet. That is super, super sweet. Congratulations to the happy couple. I don't know. I guess she can't have kids. I forgot about that. I mean, obviously they can do surrogacy. So I'm curious how quickly they're going to have kids. Because they've been together for a while now. And someone on Twitter is like, Selena Gomez is proof that it's better to marry late than to marry the wrong person. And they're like, marrying late and she's 33. It's crazy, crazy statement. Lauren Graham, she is from Gilmore Girls, which I've never watched. I guess right now would be the time to start watching that because it's like people say it's like a fall type show you want to watch. She's the mom on Gilmore Girls. The only thing I really know about Gilmore Girls is one of the Family Guy cut scenes where they're making fun of it. And the two mom, it's like the mom and the daughter, and they're like talking super, super fast. And then they're like, "Do you want to make out?" Like, that's the only thing I know about it. Meryl Streep and Anna Wintour meet in Milan for a fashion show. I don't know if this is accurate, but Meryl Streep said this is my first fashion show I've ever done, which is interesting. I mean, it is interesting, but it's not. So like, she doesn't seem like that kind of person. But it's obviously she's doing it for promo for the new movie because she's wearing the Miranda Priestley total get up, hair and everything. And it's just like two icons meet. I think obviously Anna Wintour will still get invited to these fashion shows, but I wonder if she's going to slow down. I wonder if she's going to take more time for herself or if she feels like she still has to go to these shows. Who knows? But there's a new show on Peacock, I think it is, NBC Peacock. It's called On Brand, and it is a Jimmy Fallon's new show. And it's got the girl from the woman from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. She's the newer cast member, Boz. I think that's how you say her name. If you're curious about her credentials, go look her up on Emma Grede. She's the lady that partnered with Skims and Good American and Safely, all the Kardashian brands or whatever. She has a podcast called The Spire, and it's one of my favorite ones. If you're a business person, if you're an entrepreneur, if you're just curious about all these um, big business people that have created these companies. Her podcast is fantastic. It's called The Spire. Anyway, Boz was on it once and she talked about her credentials. Like she was like the CEO, not CEO, chief marketing executive of Pepsi. Like she's the one that got like Britney Spears, Beyonce, Pink to do that commercial for Pepsi. She's the one that got them to do the Pepsi halftime show, like Beyonce specifically, I think. She worked for Netflix. She was part of Netflix team. Like she works for these huge companies. So this a new TV show called On Brand is basically about marketers, advertisers, whatever, showing their skills and creating like great marketing campaigns. It says marketing pros compete in creative challenges, crafting jingles, brand experiences, and ads while working directly with real companies. One winner takes home the title and prize money. It premieres today, actually. Okay, I thought it was already out. I don't know if you can watch like the whole thing at once or if they're just doing different episodes each week. Apparently, the English are feeling left out when it comes to the Met Gala because they're creating their own. Um, okay. I don't know if it's like a for sure thing. It's coming up soon. Okay. I don't know if it's like a one and done thing or it's going to be an annual thing. It says the British Met Gala refers to an upcoming inaugural fundraising ball at the British Museum on October 18th, 2025, aimed at raising funds for the museum's international initiatives and celebrating London's cultural status. Obviously, co-chaired by Isha Ambani. I think that's the Ambani family. That's like that one of the richest people in the world. They had that huge wedding the Kardashians went to. And featuring a committee of cultural figures, the event, dubbed the Pink Ball, is themed around the colors of India and will include dinner among the museum's artifacts, musical performances, and silent auctions. While intended to rival the famous Met Gala, the British Museum's event faces scrutiny for its fundraising approach and potential ties to the oil and gas industry. Interesting. Have you guys been watching the new season of Morning Show? If you haven't, you should. It's really good on Apple TV. They kind of do the same thing. They have a big event, but it's a front for big oil companies to pass bills and laws without people knowing, something like that. It's very good. I highly recommend watching that. Lola Young has canceled all of her upcoming events. I think she's on tour right now. She passed out on stage at some festival a couple days ago. Well, I don't know, maybe more, a couple days ago, and it's looking like she is going to rehab because she posted on Instagram. She's like, I'm going away for a while. I apologize for any inconvenience. You'll obviously get a full refund. But yeah, that's unfortunate. And then Somber, that guy that sings Back to Friends and 12 to 12, he performed on the VMAs. He has a video going viral because it's like super cringe. And is not singing very well, and he's doing weird dance moves and facial expressions. And someone's like, the bar for male pop stars is literally in hell. Like, if a female pop star performed like that, she would get dragged like no other. I guess he's getting dragged now, but like, male pop stars slash singers just really don't get held to the same standard as women. And the women perform so much better. Like, they bring the choreo, they bring the backup dancers, they bring the sets, they bring the literally pyrotechnic whatever things they are. Fireworks, like they hold no expense or bear no expense, and that's why I'm just so annoyed that Justin Bieber is performing at Coachella because he does this fly still in here, if you can see it. The, because he doesn't do anything. He just sits up there on stage and like whine sings. Anyway, moving on. Good luck to Lil Young. I hope she does better. Katy Perry is rumored to be working on new music, so that's exciting. Like pretty soon, it says. I don't know how accurate it is. Scream 7 comes out February 27th, 2026. I wonder how much money that franchise has made. How much money? Oops. Oh, interesting. For 6 films, you think it'd be a lot more than that. The entire Scream franchise has grossed over 910 million at the worldwide box office as of early 2025, with the most recent install, Scream 6, 2023, being the highest grossing film in the series domestically. The franchise currently consists of 6 films, with Scream 7 set to be released in 2026, potentially pushing it past $1 billion. I mean, I guess they make all of them except for one have made over 100 million. Scream 4, I don't know what was going on the air. Scream 4, 2011, but made 97 million. I want to know like what makes them keep reviving it, you know? Because Scream 1 was 1996, Scream 2 in 1997. While they wasted no time. It was the first one made 173 million, the second one made 172 million. So close. Scream 3 was 2000, 161 million. Scream 4 2011, 97 million. Scream 2 2022, 138 million. Uh, Wait, what? It's just called Scream? Scream 5? And then Scream 6 2023, 169 million. So I guess it kind of makes money. I wonder what their budget is for them. What was the budget for Scream 6? The budget was 33 to 35 million. So obviously it made substantially more than that. How much money does a movie need to make to be considered a blockbuster? That's what I want. A movie becomes a blockbuster by being very expensive to produce and market, but there isn't a single number that defines it. It's about relative success recouping costs. A widely cited rule of thumb is that the movie must earn 2.5 to 3 times its production budget to break even and become profitable, a figure that often needs to be higher when factoring a significant marketing cost, according to sources like Slash Films and Quora. Okay, that really didn't answer my question because, bottom line, while a precise number is elusive, a film with a budget of 100 million or more that grosses roughly 250 to 300 million or more is likely considered a blockbuster. However, for a blockbuster to be a true success, it often needs to reach multiple of 2.5 to 3 times the total budget. Okay, that's the same thing over and over again. Okay, anyway, moving on. Scream, all the Scream fans. Jane Goodall, she's the chimpanzee lady. She passed away. She was 91, and she's still on tour. She's doing like a U.S. tour, like going around different cities and speaking at, I'm guessing, science events. It's really sad. I saw a video recently of they releasing a monkey back into the wild, the chimp, an ape. Is that what they're called? And the monkey came back and gave Jane a hug because she rescued it, and then it went off into the woods. Well, jungle, not the woods. For any of you who haven't seen The Substance or likes The Substance, you can now start streaming it on HBO starting October 10th. That movie's crazy. It's really good, but it's also crazy. I haven't seen the ending of it. I fell asleep. Shocking. But it's funny because whoever directed it, apparently it was a woman. She loves Mustang cars because every car in there pretty much is a Mustang. Like every car in the background is a Mustang. The car that she drives is a Mustang. Like I'm like, wow, she really likes Mustangs. I don't know if she was like tying that into like the American appeal of the movie, like the Hollywoods, because like obviously the Mustang is a very very classic American car. So I don't know if that's what she's doing or she just likes Mustangs because they were everywhere. Seriously, there were so many of them. Okay, to tie this back into my intro, this I was actually shocked. I was standing waiting for the shower to warm up. I'm like I'm completely naked, looking at Twitter, just kind of waiting for the water to warm up, whatever. And I see a selfie of Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban, and I was like, "Oh, this is cute." They're probably announcing like their anniversary or just like a sweet selfie, and it says Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban separate after 19 years. I was like, "What?" I was totally shocked. I did not see that coming. Not at all. They've been married for 19 years, and there's a lot of different factors to it. Apparently, she was trying to save the marriage, but he didn't want to. Apparently, all of these rumors are leaning towards him being like the bad guy. Um, Apparently, he didn't like how much she worked, which is crazy because she's Nicole Kidman, and she likes to work. I just don't understand when like couples get mad on their other significant other likes to work. I mean, I guess it would be frustrating if they were working constantly and you never ever got to see them. And even if they were home, they were not being present. Like, I get that. That would be so annoying. But she supported him in his country career forever. I saw a tweet that said Nicole and Keith do the start the daunting task of separating each other's hair straighteners, which is so funny because his is like stick straight and so is hers. But apparently they've been separated since this is allegedly since June. He lives in a different house in Nashville, which is where she lives, and apparently he's already seeing a 25-year-old a 25-year-old young lady. And I guess there's a song that he wrote for Nicole and he changed the lyrics just recently to reference the new girlfriend. I don't know. I guess that's it. I saw a video yesterday of him giving a speech last year and he said he's like thanking Nicole and how like wonderful she was and how supportive she was. And he's like, 8 months into our marriage, I had to go to rehab to take care of stuff I hadn't been taking care of. And she stuck with me through that. He's like, imagine being 8 months married and having to send your spouse to rehab. And she's like, not hysterically crying, but you can tell she's very emotional. And we're like, I wonder if that's because she knew things were pretty much over at that point, or if she was just in love and she loved him and she would do that for him. But who knows? I guess more time for her to spend on, oh my gosh, what is that movie? On Practical Magic 2. And who knows how many movies she has in the works. I wonder if it'll show how many movies she has in the works because she likes to work. I think about this often when she said, I like to work and me working provides jobs for many people. So obviously I'm going to work. I'm like, I love that mentality. Okay, upcoming. I thought it said 99 upcoming. Upcoming is 6. Practical Magic 2, Big Little Lies, Discretion, Girls on Their Horses, Scarpetta? I don't know what that is. And Margot's Got Money Troubles. Why does that sound so familiar? That sounds so familiar. Is it a book? The young mother finds herself struggling to make ends meet. Welcome to the club. When her estranged father offers help, she starts an OnlyFans account using this advice from pro wrestling. Though successful, she wonders if internet fame comes at too high a cost. Elle Fanning, okay, Elle Fanning, Nicole Kidman, Elle Fanning, and Dakota Fanning, if you're wondering, are on the cover of Vanity Fair, I think it is right now, and they look really good. Wow, this has a lot of people in it. Elle Fanning, Nicole Kidman, Nick Offerman, Michelle Pfeiffer, Greg Kinnear. He's the dad off of the last song, if you're wondering. Marcia Gay Harden, is that the girl? Okay, she's on the morning show. She's a reporter. Interesting. And Lara San Giacomo, I don't know what else she's in, but she's in the old Quigley Down Under. Yeah, Crazy Cora is her name. She's in Pretty Little Lie, or Pretty Woman, sorry, Pretty Woman. What else has she been in? Looks like she still does quite a bit of stuff. She's in Barry. I didn't know that. 4 episodes of Barry. Anyway, I like her. This could be interesting. Okay, sorry, sidetracked. The Simpsons is creating a sequel to the movie, which that movie came out a long time ago. It's not coming out until 2027 though. July 23rd, 2027. Doja Cat is going on tour to tour her new album. Pre-sale is happening now. I think it'll be closed by the time this comes out. But she's coming to Utah. Thank the Lord. Thank you so much. You know what's interesting is I think she's going to Las Vegas and also Denver, which just shows that you can do both. You can do all three of us. Let's see, where is it? Yeah, Denver, Salt Lake, Vancouver, and Las Vegas, right there. Phoenix, San Diego. Okay, now I'm thinking. I wonder what venue she'll do. I hope she does this. I hope she does the Delta Center. This happened before though, so don't get my hopes up. Don't get my hopes up. Um, because Nicki Minaj, who's actually being crazy right now, was supposed to come to Utah on her Pink Print 2 tour, and I signed up for pre-sale and everything, and then they announced the sale, and Salt Lake was gone. They just took it off. I'm like, come on. So that means they were seeing how many people were signing up for pre-sale, and then deciding which cities to drop or which cities to add more dates to or whatever. Salt Lake was gone. And I'm like, sorry, Nicki, I already traveled once for you to see you in Denver, and the show was great. It was the Pink Print tour. Did I say Pink Print 2? Pink Friday 2 is what I meant. We saw the Pink Print tour though in Denver, which was so good. She didn't come on stage until 10 p.m. She had 4 openers. And I'm like, this was good, but I'm like, I don't want to travel to see you anymore. There are some people I will. Taylor Swift, Lady Gaga, Katy Perry. Who else would I travel to see? Lord. I guess I'm going to see Lord next or this month in Las Vegas. Traveling, I don't consider Las Vegas traveling just because it's so close to us and I love it. So I guess that's just how I justify. Um, it's just a second home to me. I don't have a home there, but it's a second home to me. Anyway, she's going to a lot of dates. She starts 2026. Why is this? Maybe she's starting this year. Okay, looks like she's starting this year in Australia. And then she goes to Manila, Singapore, Seoul, Tokyo, Bangkok, and Kaohsiung. Is that how you say it? And then she goes on to South America, Mexico City. That's not in South America, I know. Then she goes to Dublin. And then she comes back next fall for America, for America. So exciting. So exciting. Julie Andrews turned 90. She's just getting so old. Oh, this was interesting. So, what are we at? Okay, so the Kardashians, I told you guys, was it last episode I said that they should be releasing their new trailer for the new season soon? And I was correct because yesterday they did, and it looks very, very good. It shows the Kim trial in Paris. And what else does it show? A lot of stuff. Courtney's being mean again, which I don't think she ever stops being mean. But in it, was it? Yeah, I think this is part of it. It says someone in Kim's circle has put a hit out on her. Um, she looks terrified. There's a scene where it makes it look like it's part of that scene, but I doubt it. It's her crying and saying, "I'm glad it's finally over," and I guarantee you that's about the trial in Paris. But then shortly after, it said Kim and Chris are suing Ray J for defamation. Is Let's see. Which one should I choose? I feel like TMZ knows their stuff. I think they're kind of messy, but I feel like they know their stuff. So I'm going to go with this article. It says Kim Kardashian, Kris Jenner, Ray J, you defamed us, so take this lawsuit. Kim Kardashian and Kris Jenner are fed up with Ray J, claiming they're the subject of a federal criminal racketeering investigation, so they're suing him for defamation. Kim and Kris say it's just the latest in a decades-long campaign Ray J has waged against them. The lawsuit filed by Alex Spiro says Ray J is unable to accept the end of his fleeting relationship with Ms. Kardashian over 20 years ago. Literally, it's been so long. They say he has repeatedly exploited their prominence for personal gain. The lawsuit specifically mentions TMZ's Tubi doc, United States versus Sean Combs, where Ray J said RICO charges were against the Kardashians would be appropriate. He says, if you told me the Kardashians were being charged for racketeering, I might believe it. The comment in the documentary was designed to plant the seed, according to Kim and Kris, but they say he ratcheted things up during the September 24th live stream with Christian Rock, where they say Ray falsely declared the feds had launched an investigation into the Kardashians. Ray claimed the feds is coming. There's nothing I can do about it. It's worse than Diddy. Diddy was pretty bad. Let's see. By the way, Kim and Kris also say that this isn't Ray J's first time telling lies about other celebs. For example, RJ made claims months ago about having intimate relationships with Sexy Red. She ended up hopping in his DMs after his comments took off, and she shared screenshots of their combo, in which Ray J says, in part, "You know I'm playing. I'm always trolling you, and you know I love you. Sorry if you mad at me." Interesting. Kris Jenner and Kim Kardashian have never brought a defamation claim before, nor have they been distracted by noise. But this false and serious allegation left no choice. The lawsuit asked for unspecified compensatory and punitive damages in response to the suit. Ray J tells TMZ, "I will not be silenced." Interesting. Well, we all want you to be silenced. If anyone can do it, it's Kris Jenner. Okay, last thing I'll end on um, is I don't want to get too into this because it's just like a lot and it's kind of crazy. Um, but Nicki Minaj went on Twitter claiming that Cardi B's numbers for her album, which her album went number 1 again. It's her second number 1 album. And she's the only female artist to have 2 number 1 albums. Sorry. She's the only female rapper to have 2 number 1 albums. And Nicki is claiming that her numbers are cooked, it's fake, it's whatever. So they start bantering back and forth. Like now it's still going. Someone on Twitter is like, "Damn, they went to bed and then woke up and began fighting again." And now like the children are getting involved in it. Like they're bringing the kids into this. Yeah, it's getting to be pretty startling. But I don't know, like Nicki Minaj is talking like mad trash on Culture, which is Cardi B's daughter. And Cardi's like, "No, ain't no way." She's like, "Today is the day I go to jail. Where are you? Where are you? We're about to pull up." And then Cardi's like, Nikki, we all know you're on drugs. We all know you're cracked out. We all know you need help. This is me genuinely saying, go get some help. Like, this is more than me. This is about you. You need to just like take care of yourself. Which is interesting that she's saying all this. Not Nikki is like going about this because her husband is literally, I don't know if he's convicted or if he's just accused of being a rapist. So it's just kind of interesting that she's so brave to open her mouth when she's married to a literal predator. My opinion, but whatever. Number or Win Again by Nicki Minaj. It's so unfortunate because it's like, can you separate the artist from the art? Brittany Broski was talking about this yesterday on her podcast. Like, there's a term for it. Like, there are some artists, like J.K. Rowling. Like, people choose to like separate her from Harry Potter because Harry Potter is so beloved. But she just continues to be such a hateful person. Same with Nicki Minaj. Like, she's been not nice for a long, long time. And even Cardi's like, why are you coming after me? She's like, I'm not even your peer. She's like, your peers are Rihanna and who else? Like those guys. Like, you should be arguing and battling against them, not me. Like, she's like, I'm so much younger than you. And same when Nicki Minaj came after Meg The Stallion. Meg The Stallion's a lot younger than Cardi B. No, sorry, than Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj is 42 and Meg The Stallion's 29, I think. Cardi B's also 29-ish or something. I don't know, it's just unfortunate. So it's like, I love Nicki Minaj's music, obviously, and she's very good at what she does, but it's like, is she becoming who all the female rappers were to her when she was coming up? Like, is she becoming bitter like they were, or is she just cracked out? Is she mentally unstable? Like, I don't understand what's going on, but she had these issues with, like, was it Lil Kim and who was that one she made the diss track for? Diss tracks. No Frauds. Here we go. A Remy Ma. That song is so good. I remember when it came out. 2017. Gosh, this seems just like yesterday. Okay, so No Frauds, Bigfoot. That's it, I guess. I'm curious what song she'll come out with for Cardi B. And then apparently Ice Spice released a new song and it's in retaliation to Cardi B because it's this all this was going on with Nicki Minaj and Cardi B, and then Ice Spice posted a little meme, a little emoji with like the hand covering its mouth, like trying not to laugh, and then shortly after that, audio got leaked of a phone call between Cardi B and Ice Spice's manager, and Cardi B was clearly unhappy and saying she wants to beat the shit out of Ice Spice because Ice Spice said something in a song about her. Then right after that, Ice Spice released a song, a diss track. And it's like, this seems very unlikely that this all would happen at the same time. Like, I think they planned this. Ice Spice's manager is saying that he never did that. And Cardi B's like, release the whole 11-minute video. Like, I know you have it. Just release the whole thing and show them, like, how mad I was actually and what it was about and not just, like, pieces of it. So I don't know. It seems like it's going to go on for a long, long time. And we'll see how it ends up. But okay, that is it, you guys, for this week. While you're listening to this, I will be in California. I keep saying, people are like, where are you going? I'm like, oh, I'm going to LA. And I'm like, that sounds so pretentious. Like, why does it sound so weird to say I'm going to LA, going to Los Angeles, going to Hollywood? Like, it just sounds interesting when I say it like that. I'm going to LA, because usually it's like, oh, I'm going to Disneyland, which is not in LA, but it's close to LA. You know what I mean? I don't know. Anyways, I'm going to LA to see Dua Lipa and I'm so, so excited. I'm driving though, unfortunately, and that is one of the worst drives ever. The worst drive, in my opinion, is the drive from Utah to Lake Tahoe. It is so fugly and so miserable and so desolate and so disheartening. It is just awful. I hate that drive. I hate it so bad. It's awful. Anyway, that's it for me. If you want to see more, go watch on YouTube. Sign up for Patreon. Tell people about me. Leave a review. I guess, I don't know, post about me. I'm still here. I'm still here and thriving. This is episode 108. 108 episodes. Anyway, all right, I will talk to you later. Happy Life of a Showgirl release weekend. And I'm so curious as to what my favorite song is going to be. So, anyway, all right, goodbye.